Corpse Party is probably one of the longest running survival horror franchise, dating all the way back to 22nd April 96 when the first game in the series called Corpse-Party, developed by Koenig Software, debuted on PC 98. The game had several iterations and releases throughout its lifetime, the most notable one being Corpse Party Blood-Covered Repeated Fear, which released in 2011 in the Western regions for the PlayStation Portable. 2 years later, I got to experience the game for the first time in late 2013. I really enjoyed myself playing the game and even made a let's play of the game, which turned out very cringe now that I look back on it. After finishing the game and the sequels, I dropped out of the franchise and haven't been following it ever since. That is until a friend of mine told me that Corpse Party Blood-Covered Repeated Fear was released for a Nintendo Switch on the Japanese eShop with full English subtitle support. Hearing these news, I went straight ahead and bought a Japanese eShop card so that I can purchase the game and experience it once again, but this time on the Nintendo Switch. Here is my review of Corpse Party Blood-Covered Repeated Fear on the Nintendo Switch. The plot revolves around a group of students from Kisagari Academy and one of their teachers, who, after celebrating their school's cultural festival, are telling ghost stories. One of the students reveals that they are transferring to another school. Hearing these sad news, the group decides to perform a charm named Sachiko Ever After to stay friends forever. But suddenly, an earthquake causes the floor to collapse and the students wake up in a different school they've never seen before. Corpse Party Blood-Covered Repeated Fear for the Nintendo Switch is a remake of the 3DS version, which, funny enough, is also a remake of the original game that debuted on the PlayStation Portable. With several new bad endings, quality of life features and extra chapters, this is definitely the definitive version of the game and the best way to experience Corpse Party. In terms of the gameplay, it's pretty simplistic. Players take control of a party of characters in a top-down view exploring the haunted school. Your goal is to reunite with the other classmates and solve the mystery surrounding the school. To achieve this, players must interact with the environment and surroundings, such as picking up objects and getting from point A to B, talking to spirits, and inspecting documents, while avoiding any hostile spirits. That is why you also have a HP indicator, which measures how much damage you can take, and you can also collect name tags of the deceased people that were trapped in the haunted school. Unlike any other survival horror games, playable characters are unarmed and are susceptible to many events. This introduces a game mechanic full of wrong endings that you can encounter. Each chapter has their own set of wrong endings that you can unlock, and what's special about the Switch version is that it has a handful of new wrong endings. There are also new extra chapters that you can unlock, which are basically side stories of other students that you will be meeting in your journey as you try to make your way out of the school. In comparison to the PSP version, their remake now features the ability to save anywhere without having to look for a save point, along with a smooth 60 frames per second, which is very awesome as the PSP counterpart only ran at 30. However, I do have few minor complaints about the Switch version. Since it's mostly a remake of the 3DS version, the graphics haven't been properly scaled up for the Switch, which is why you have these borders to maintain the original aspect ratio that the 3DS game has. In conclusion, I think Corpse Party Blood-Covered Repeated Fear is a classic. The story is really engaging and still managed to surprise me even though I've already played the game several times. While I do hate the fact that the game hasn't been properly scaled up for the Switch, I still think that this is the best version to play. If you are a newcomer looking for a Switch horror game or a returning player, this version of the game is the best one and is definitely worth a look. thank you all so much for watching this video review of Corpse Party. I worked really hard on this video review and I really appreciate your support. I plan on making more reviews in the future, so definitely stay tuned on my channel. I will catch you all later.